The reboot of Blade has been one of Marvel's most anticipated yet perpetually delayed projects. Announced in 2019 to great fanfare with Mahershala Ali set to don the iconic shades, the film has since been plagued by production woes, a revolving door of directors, and shifting priorities at Marvel Studios. Many fans are left wondering, will this movie ever actually happen, or has the weight of expectations, corporate missteps, and questionable creative choices doomed it from the start? Since its announcement, Blade has been through a staggering number of behind-the-scenes changes. The project initially had director Bassam Tariq at the helm, but he departed in late 2022, citing scheduling conflicts, though insiders hinted at deeper creative disagreements. Tariq's exit was just one of many red flags, as subsequent directors struggled to align their vision with Marvel's increasingly rigid cinematic universe. Yan Demange, known for Lovecraft Country, stepped in, but the delays and reshuffles have cast doubt on whether even he can salvage the project. Production hell isn't new to Hollywood, but Blade feels particularly cursed. Scripts have reportedly been rewritten multiple times, with early drafts criticized for their lack of action and an underwhelming portrayal of Blade himself. Industry whispers suggest Mahershala Ali has grown frustrated with the slow progress, and even the most die-hard Marvel fans are starting to lose patience. Another controversial aspect of the reboot is the perception that Marvel and Disney's current approach to storytelling has prioritized inclusivity and representation at the expense of narrative depth. While diversity in cinema is essential, critics argue that the Blade reboot risks feeling like a box-checking exercise rather than a genuine attempt to tell a compelling story. Blade, a character deeply rooted in gritty, no-holds-barred action and urban horror, may struggle to find his footing in Disney's sanitized, family-friendly framework. Moreover, Disney's tight grip on the creative process has led to formulaic storytelling across the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The darker tone that made the original Blade trilogy a cult classic seems fundamentally at odds with Marvel's current direction. The question remains, can the reboot capture the raw energy of its predecessor while conforming to Disney's broader vision? For many, the answer seems to be a resounding no. Another significant factor delaying Blade is Marvel's overstuffed slate of projects. With the studio juggling Avengers, Doomsday, Secret Wars, and countless Disney Plus series, Blade has repeatedly been pushed to the back burner. Each delay chips away at the momentum the reboot once had, making it increasingly difficult for audiences to remain invested. The Marvel juggernaut has also faced declining critical and commercial success in recent years, with films like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and Eternals falling short of expectations. These missteps have forced Marvel to reassess its strategy, leaving lesser-known properties like Blade vulnerable to cancellation or indefinite postponement. When Mahershala Ali was cast as Blade, fans were ecstatic about his talent and pedigree as an Oscar-winning actor. However, the extended delays have raised concerns about his age. Ali is now almost 51 years old, and while he's still in great shape, the physically demanding role of Blade, a vampire hunter known for intense action sequences, may be less suited to an older actor. With production still stalled, Ali risks aging out of the role entirely, creating an awkward dilemma for Marvel. This issue becomes even more glaring when compared to Wesley Snipes, who not only set the standard for Blade, but embodied the character's physicality, charisma, and intensity in a way that few believe can be replicated. For many fans, Wesley Snipes is Blade. His performance in the original trilogy defined the character and set the stage for the modern superhero genre. The gritty, R-rated action and dark tone of the Snipes films stand in stark contrast to the polished, CGI-heavy approach of today's Marvel films. Snipes brought a level of authenticity to Blade that no reboot can easily replicate. His martial arts prowess, commanding screen presence, and undeniable cool factor are integral to the character's identity. For this reason, some fans argue that the role should have been left untouched if Snipes wasn't returning. The Blade reboot is a cautionary tale of high expectations meeting harsh realities. Between Marvel's production woes, creative misfires, and Disney's restrictive influence, the project seems more like an albatross than an opportunity. Mahershala Ali's growing frustrations and the shadow of Wesley Snipes' iconic portrayal further complicate the equation. Perhaps it's time for Marvel to acknowledge the inevitable. Not every classic needs a reboot, and some characters are best left in the hands of the legends who first brought them to life. What do you think? Should Marvel scrap the reboot entirely and let Wesley Snipes' Blade remain the definitive version? Or is there still hope for Mahershala Ali to carve out his own legacy? Let the debate begin.